It is the second week of April, and the weather in Las Vegas is starting to get hot already. It's 90 degrees out right now, and it's 8:30 in the evening. The only good part about this time of year, springtime, is at night it will drop down to upper 60s, low 70s, so it will cool off. So when summer hits, there's not much cooling off, not even overnight. It just kind of stays hot like an oven 24/7 in the summer. Um, so and so that's kind of our weather here, hot and dry. And my mother, the other day, I was talking to her. She's home, and I was telling her about Cherokee's diet, and I mentioned having to be careful with certain fruits because fruits have their own sugar in them. It's part of the reason why we like fruit, because it's got natural sugar in it. And there's some fruits we need to be careful with or avoid altogether because of the amount of sugar they contain. And I mentioned bananas, having to be careful with bananas because they are very high in natural sugars. And she was like, I don't eat bananas because they change your scent and then you get bit by mosquitoes so I avoid bananas. And what she said is true. Bananas do affect your personal scent in such a way that they will attract mosquitoes to you. Except mosquitoes need water to breed in. And one of the things that's kind of nice about how dry it is here all year round is there is a lack of mosquitoes. Not a lack of bugs. There's plenty of other bugs and plenty of other flying things that are kind of big and scary looking. But I can't say I've seen a mosquito yet. I'm not saying Las Vegas is a mosquito-free area, because I'm sure if somebody's got a pool that's not been attended properly, or there's a Lake Mead, I'm sure there's some mosquitoes by there, because there would be standing water for the mosquitoes to breed in. And but mostly here there's not really any standing water. There might be, when it does rain, there might be a little standing water in a few places for about a day, because they don't have proper drainage for the road systems here when it rains. So where in other places that get rain regularly, they have prepared for things to run off and drain, so you don't have problems with flooding and whatnot. And they're not prepared for that here. Things that in certain areas are considered like a flood zone, because they don't have proper drainage for the water to run off when it does rain, which I think is kind of short-sighted. Yeah, it's a desert, but desert doesn't mean that it never rains. It just means it very rarely rains. But yeah, so the hot weather is beginning already. It's comfortable in here right now. Pretty much, if we can, right now, with it not being as hot as it could get, we keep the doors and windows closed. It won't get too hot, and if it starts to get too warm, we can run one of the coolers for a little bit, and that'll last. I was actually chilly overnight last night, so but this is cinder block walls, so they absorb the heat during the day and they let out the heat at night, and yeah, I don't know, but this place is old, so just things that have been learned over time with building for certain areas. Some things work better in certain areas, and some things don't work as well, depending on where you are. Um, so, but yeah, that's our weather for Las Vegas right now. Hot and getting hotter. um, so as far, as everyone's health is concerned, I've been in pretty good health. Cherokee's recovering well from her outpatient surgery to remove the pre-cancer skin cancer thing. Uh, well enough to be really cranky this morning. I'm just like, I'm not trying to argue with anybody. I'm just trying to, do the doctor appointment thing if you need it. So, but and my mother's home and scheming. I can tell she's scheming, and Jason thinks she kind of made herself sick on purpose to keep him from leaving Ohio, because he's had enough of Ohio. He's ready to relocate here with where I am, and so, and she might have tried to make herself sick and then kind of overdid it and almost killed herself. She's sneaky, conniving, and manipulative that way. So I can't fix her. I just, tried to be a good daughter, tried to offer, if you're too sick to look after yourself, I want to, as much as I don't want her under my roof, I would tolerate her to look after her if she's very, very sick. But I would prefer not to have her under my roof. And definitely would have to consider that if she came to live with me, if she became too much trouble, I might have to have her committed. So yeah, so now kind of wish my life was boring. I don't get to be bored. I don't have a life that's boring. I think when people say they're bored, I think that's a personal problem. I think only boring people get bored, because this world is too big. There is too much to do, too much to see, too much to learn for you to ever be bored. Like I said, that's a personal problem. Only boring people get bored. So, and when things get quiet, I'm just thankful. When things are quiet and there's low to no drama, I'm tickled. I'm just like, yes, and relax for a little bit. Spend a little time writing on one of my stories, and that's all I really want to be able to do. Yeah, it might be nice to have a partner to share my life with, but sometimes being in a relationship is overrated. If it's gonna do you more harm than good, then you should stay away from it. So, but it's kind of what's going on here, and still don't have keys to a new house. Wouldn't be new, but new for us. I don't know how this is going. I don't know anymore. I just kind of feel like I'm being tugged along and dragged about, and the real estate agent is trying to tell me that this isn't that bad. What's happening, and I'm just like, are you kidding? This is ridiculously overly complicated. And I don't know what to think. So we'll see what happens. That's all I can do anymore, is just kind of keep putting one foot in front of the other and hope something good appears as I'm going along. That's it, you know. All right. So, peace.